Hello and welcome to Module 9 for CTE 4260, Occupational Analysis and Curriculum Development. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and it's going to share right into the home page for the course. So I'm going to go down and enter Module number 9, Approaches to Integrated Learning. And it's suggested that this module be completed during the week of November 3rd through the 9th. The photo I'm sharing is one I took a couple years ago in Boise near sunset, and just beautiful with the sun light through the clouds and then the changing colors on the trees. So we'll go ahead, we will go in. You're watching the video, and there's four main things, four main items that the authors bring up, that they organize different approaches under. The first one is project-based learning. And I've got a research article for you to read, and then also a YouTube video explaining project-based learning, or PBL. I'm not going to click on the links for the YouTube because I found that when I do try and record, it starts these videos with commercials, advertisements. I apologize for that, but those videos have good information. The second thing is work-based learning, WBL, and there's a YouTube video which defines it. Um, the first the first category of work-based learning is internships, and I've got a research article on CTE and internships. Um, then there's apprenticeships, and there's a news article here on CTE and apprenticeships. And then there's an apprenticeship report involving CTE from the U.S. Department of Education. Got a YouTube video on cooperative education. Then an article on the simulated work place, and that's from the Association for Career and Technical Education, ACTE. Then a website from the Arizona Department of Education on health, occupation, clinical experiences, and that's where you're going to see most of the clinical work experiences in health occupations. The next one is something I'm familiar with. It's something I did when I was in high school, supervised agricultural experience, SAE, and there's a YouTube video, short one explaining SAEs. And like I said, 40 years ago when I was in high school in ag ed and FFA, I had a record book project, which is your supervised agricultural experience. And then the final one is job shadowing, and I've got a YouTube video on tips for job shadowing. Then the authors go into the third one, which is service learning, community and family engagement. And there's a video from Vermont that I have posted about a service learning project, and then a website, which is a resource for service learning. The final thing is something that's called the Career Academy Model, and there's a website that serves as a resource for career academies. So those are the outlines and things to consider for Chapter 9. Then have the quiz, complete the quiz. Then the final item is to post your reflective commentaries. And as I said earlier, the suggested completion date for this module is November 9th. Also, as we're getting here to the beginning of November, just remember that the peer observation, where you go observe another teacher in their classroom and laboratory, and that is due November 15th. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. If you go through your grades and see that points are missing for things that you have submitted, do not hesitate to let me know, and we'll get that fixed. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next time.